Hey guys, my name is Michael Joseph McManus Jr. and I wanted to tell you guys the actual fastest supercars in the world. Now, coming in at number one, you got the something Batista. I forgot the name of the car, but it starts with a P and it ends with Batista, and that is the fastest accelerating car ever. And it could do 0 to 60 in under 1.9 seconds. It's fully electric, and it could top out at over 200 miles an hour. Now, see, with me, when I talk about fastest supercars in the world, I mean the fastest accelerating, not top speed. Now, a lot of you guys consider, top speed, fast, and whatever. But me, I consider the fastest supercars in the world the quickest accelerating cars. And then coming in at number two is the Rimac C2 concept. That could do 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds or 1.97, whatever it is. Top speed is over 250 miles an hour. That's the second fastest accelerating car on the planet. And the third fastest accelerating car on the planet is the Tesla Model Roadster. 0 to 60, 1.9 seconds, 0 to 100 miles an hour, 4.2 seconds, quarter mile, 8.8 seconds, and top speed over 250 miles an hour. And that's your three top fastest accelerating cars. And then, of course, you got the DeVille 16 coming out, which hopefully, I'm saying now this car is fast, but I'm hoping it could get to this speed of acceleration, because this is crazy. They're claiming that the Devil 16 could do 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds and top speed over 320 miles an hour. And they're claiming that it has 5,007 horsepower and a quad turbo V16 engine. And yeah, and then they're claiming all this acceleration, and they're making it out in Dubai. Supercar, I'm sure you guys know Supercar Blondie, filmed it and everything. She showed you guys. But that wasn't, the actual real car. That was just, a concept. That wasn't what the car was going to be. Alright? And then fifth fastest car in the world with acceleration and everything is going to be the Hennessy Venom F5. 0 to 60, they're claiming 1.9 seconds or 1.8, and they're having over 2,000 horsepower now, because Hennessy wants to go over 300 miles an hour. And the car is still going to be weighing under 3,000 pounds, and and then it's supposed to be doing a top speed of over 300 miles an hour. 0 to hold on, I've got to remember this shit. 0 to 249 miles an hour and back down to 0, which is 0 to 400 kilometers and back down to 0 in under 30 seconds. He's claiming all this in 0 to 249 miles an hour in under 20 seconds and 0 to 186 miles an hour in under 10 seconds. And then these are all your street legal fastest accelerating supercars on the planet. And then number 6 coming now. Number 7 now. Sorry guys, I'm tired here. The Koenigsegg Jesko, that's how we say it in English, Jesko, but in Swedish you call it Jesko. That car is supposed to be doing 0 to 60, 2.5 seconds, and top speed over 300 miles an hour. Christian von Koenigsegg is claiming. And then 8th is the SSC Tuatara. That car is supposed to be doing, 0 to 60, God knows whatever, but top speed is over 300 miles an hour. Now, just for you guys, is Super Shelby company, and that's somewhere in the United States where they're building them cars too. And then number 9th is going to be the Koenigsegg Agera RS. That car you guys already seen, did 0 to 60, 2.5 seconds, did 284.55 miles an hour. They did it on Nevada State Highway, and then it did 272 miles an hour going in the other direction. So they averaged it off at 278 or 279 miles an hour as an average, and it did 0 to 400 kilometers an hour in 24 seconds, which is 249 miles an hour. And then it did that, to 0 to 249 miles an hour and back down to 0 in 33.29 seconds. And that was, the fastest. That's still the fastest, car in, today on record, but we're waiting for all the other cars that I said to do their records. And then come in at number 10 is the Koenigsegg Regera, 0 to 250 miles an hour in 21 seconds. And top speed is 255 miles an hour if you get the aero pack, which makes it way quicker, more aerodynamics. And that's a hybrid car, has no transmission, just automatic drive, 3 electric motors and 1 twin turbo V8 powering it, up to over 1,500 horsepower. And then coming in at number 11, you got your Bugatti Chiron. Actually, no, not the Chiron. The Chiron's going to be number 12. You got the Koenigsegg 1-to-1, people. Everyone, I know people forgot about that car, but the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 did, 0 to 60, 2.8 seconds, but it also did 0 to 300 kilometers and back down to 0 in 11.90 something seconds. Yeah, if that's correct. And then it did 0 to 200 miles an hour and back down to 0 in 20.71 seconds. And then that car, the 1-to-1, could do 0 to 250 miles an hour in 20 seconds. And then it could top out at a theoretical top speed of 273 miles an hour. And then coming in at number 12, Bugatti Chiron, it could do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 2.4 seconds. And it has a top speed, governor limited to 261 miles an hour, but I've already seen somebody take the limiter off, and I've seen them do 300 and something miles an hour. I saw them do, and that was, really, really fast. And then, the Bugatti Chiron could accelerate from 0 to 249 miles an hour and back down to 0, which is 400 kilometers, and back down to 0 in 42 seconds. They made that world record. That car has 1,500 horsepower. And then coming in at number 13, everyone knows the Koenigsegg, the Koenigsegg Agera R. That did 270 something miles an hour, and it did 0 to 60 miles an hour, 2.8 seconds. But being that it accelerated to up to 270 miles an hour quicker than the Hennessy Venom F5 and the Bugatti Veyron Supersport, it comes in at number 13. Then number 14 is your Hennessy Venom GT. That car could do 0 to 60, 2.8 seconds, topped out at over 270 miles an hour, accelerated there very quickly, quicker than the Bugatti Veyron Supersport. Number 15 is your Bugatti Veyron Supersport, could do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 2.5 seconds, had a top speed of going both ways, averaged of 267 miles an hour. And that car, was really, really quick back in 2011 when it did its quick acceleration. But yeah, the reason why, Bugatti has, they're quick. I will admit to you, all Bugattis are quick. But the reason why you're not seeing the same accelerations and times and top speeds as Koenigsegg and Hennessy is because the Bugatti, you guys got to remember, Bugattis still weigh over 4,000 pounds, and and my thing is, I would not buy a Bugatti if I had the choice of buying real fast supercar. I would buy a Nissan GTR and put the AMS Alpha 12 Performance in it, or buy a underground racing Lamborghini Gallardo or Huracan, have that crazy amount of horsepower if I was really a millionaire, and maybe I'll get a Koenigsegg or two, but I would not buy any Bugatti for that reason, because I like speed, I like acceleration, but I like luxury and beauty, but the Bugatti just doesn't do anything for me. Everyone says and everyone buys it because it's so fast, I know it's smooth and it's beautiful, but come on, you don't have to show that you have all that money, and you don't have to prove to nobody. Everyone knows that you guys are millionaires, I mean seriously. But my thing is, I would not pay nowhere near $3 million or $8 million or up to $18 million for no goddamn Bugatti. For a Koenigsegg, yes. And for the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento, yes. And the reason why I would buy the Sesto Elemento for that much is because the Sesto Elemento, you guys gotta remember, it only weighs 2,202 pounds, has only 570 horsepower and a V10 borrowed from the Gallardo, and it could accelerate into 0 to 62 miles an hour in 2.5 seconds, or 2.6 seconds, and 0 to 60 miles an hour is 2.5. And top speed was in between 210 and 216 miles an hour, and did 0 to 124 miles an hour in 7.4 seconds. It did a quarter mile in 10.1 seconds at 142 miles an hour. And that car is very, very quick for a single clutch car and for the low amount of horsepower it has. The car is made out of fully carbon fiber and plastic. Like I said, still weighs only 2,202 pounds. It's a single clutch car, has no emissions equipment, no airbags, no safety equipment, nothing. That's why it ain't street legal. And you could turn that car into a drag racing car. Now, if you put the Underground Racing version X twin turbo performance package in the Sesto Elemento and still weigh 2,500 pounds, you'll dust the world record in a half a mile on what the Underground Racing Drag 965 Huracan did. You would dust all them records. I would say with the Underground Racing version X twin turbo performance package in the Sesto Elemento, you're looking at 0 to 60 maybe around 1 second, and then top speed over 340 miles an hour. Quarter mile you could get up to 250 miles an hour, and then half a mile I would say 280 miles an hour. 1 mile 300 and something miles an hour, and 1.5 miles you'll look at your top speed. But be careful, if you ever have the money to get a Sesto Elemento, get one and make it a drag racing vehicle and go beyond with the car and do whatever you could do, but just make sure you do not crash or kill yourself, because as soon as you crash that thing into anything, you're dead. It's gonna crumple up into a ball. Don't matter how fast you're going, you're dead. Alright, so that's it, for the fastest supercars and accelerating cars in the world. I guess if you guys like this video and you guys agree with me, subscribe to my channel, and you guys have a great day. It's really, really hot nowadays. The climate change everything is changing. It's insane. So you guys, for your supercars, just make sure you check the engine every here and there when it gets hot. Alright guys, have a great day. Enjoy. Bye guys.